So once again, basically, again, doing the Age of Discovery, you always want to look for your level 2 monsters if you can find them, and then you want to go out and attack them. It's a good way to, I don't recommend doing what I'm doing, but I'm doing this mainly because it cuts down the time. And I'm like all the way over here, so we'll come back over here in a minute, but basically right now there's level 4 and level 5 nodes, and you want to basically guard on the highest node you can. That way you get the highest possible return while you're sitting there guarding. But eventually, right, we're going to be getting closer and closer to where, so like now we're actually within conflict with the other server. So it's, we're getting to that point. But anyway, so we are going to go ahead and take down this level 2 monster, or at least try to anyway. And boom, bada bing. And like there, we got some of the reward. And again, if you're ever wondering like what your report looks like, you can just tap this. It'll show you what the report shows. So like there, I won. So I go ahead and attack it again. And that's pretty much all the attempts for hitting monsters, so we're pretty much done with that. Obviously, you want to hit the ruins, because you get 2 attempts for that as well. So you always want to take advantage of that as much as you possibly can. And then when you've got extra AP, what you want to do is you basically just want to go out and go into the area of the map that has not yet been conquered. So like here, I'll go out and we will go sail over here, and we'll just start grabbing all these tiles. And do you have to do this? No, but you're gonna grab action points anyway. And the way I see it, once your alliance, or at least your entire server's kind of gotten around to really just, like, as you can tell with mine, it's like, okay, it's pretty obvious that we've got this whole grid. We might as well just go ahead and conquer what part of the grid we can. Because you might as well. I mean, there's not really any harm in not doing it. It's just, it's kind of one of those things that you can get rewards just by using your action points for it. So, in my opinion, I'm just taking advantage of what is already going to be a thing anyway. But, anyway, so, yeah, well, we're almost there. And if you want to be on the safe side, you can scout, but you really shouldn't need to, at least in the zones where you have control. It's when the players on the other side then start dibbing into your territory, do you then need to start being very cautious about your tiles, because that is when you're going to find yourself finding other players to fight, and that's when things will get really messy really fast. But so like here, you can see I got some merit for that. So the idea here is just to go ahead and use up your AP if you've already, and obviously, like, right now I'm waiting on the next base to unlock, and then we'll go into it from there. But at this point, the idea is just to go ahead and hit as many of these tiles as you can. And by doing that, you'll earn merit, and you'll also get some material, which you can then use in the port to get better and better gear. And obviously, when you're in the middle of Age of Discovery, it's going to be pretty crucial for the players that have been doing all of what I've suggested so far. You're going to be pretty helpful for your alliance overall. I mean, once you start getting into combat with other players, it's going to be pretty evident between the people that are actually doing this and the ones that aren't. Like, the ones that aren't are going to find themselves in a bit of a struggle. But, as you can tell, it does suck to hit at the nighttime zone, too, because you'll be using 2 action points instead of... So you want to avoid attacking during when it says it's at night, because otherwise you'll be wasting potential AP that you could have used elsewhere. Obviously you don't want to get in a habit of doing that. So if you can get, basically if you're like me, find your working hour during lunch and do it during then, at least then you'll get the benefit. And that's kind of the way to do it, at least I think, anyway. And so, like here, I just kind of, absorbed that whole area as much as I could. We're going to go and grab, I think, this corner here. Just because it's, it seems like a pretty good place for someone to dip if they wanted to, I guess. So we'll just go ahead and do that. And then we'll go ahead and guard our level 4 node here. And again, the idea is, you know, if you can guard a level like 5 node, that's ideal, because right now that's where all the goodies are. So all the good players are going to be all right here. All the players that are winning all the loot are going to be in the level 5 node, naturally. And if you've got too many people in one node, then you're going to be forced into, like me, like having to go to the level 4 node, which you'll be a little bit downgraded on your AFK rewards, but not enough that it's like it's going to, you know, hold you back. It's just going to slow you down a little. But in any case, then you want to upgrade your forge as much as you can, because again, just like the lamp level, you want to upgrade that. Of course, you get treasures. I like to just kind of, as you can tell, I like to save them until I have 10, and then I'll just burn them all. And so we didn't get any good treasures yet, but we're not doing bad either. Sometimes that drop rate's good, and other times not so much. And so then we pretty much do that, and you want to start going through. And I suggest you just go as quick as you can to the highest level flagship, because the higher quality flagship you have, the better damage you're going to do anyway. So it's just kind of a no-brainer. You're really kind of striving to upgrade as fast as you can, so that way you can get your crew. So like here, now I have the option to add a disarm. And again, I'm just going with what I think is good, which I'm going to basically mirror my build is what I'm doing. But I think that's just kind of a no-brainer. Like, that's, I think, what everybody ought to be doing. Just mirror what you know works in PvP. And, you know, obviously, the closer and closer we get to eventually having max level flagship, the better. But that's ultimately kind of how it's been going on for me, at least in Legend of Mushroom. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys next time.